À tous de DDO, attention pour le décompte final. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, top. Allumage Vulcain. Allumage des 2 EAP et décollage Ariane 246 avec GSAT-11 et GeoComSat 2A. La propulsion est nominale.
If I may say, than anybody predicted, as the DDO says everything is okay on board. You saw Ariane rise right on time.
Et la trajectoire est nominale.
Lifting off from the ground here in French Guiana with a lot of fire, you can see that, with her 2 new satellites. Always an impressive sight, as Ariane roars off the ground on her mission. The 2 boosters providing 90, that's 90% of our thrust right now, propelling the launcher along her trajectory at an ever higher velocity. Our mass at liftoff, 776 tons. Now, to get that sort of mass off the ground, you need a lot of push, you can imagine. And push we have. Ariane 5 burning 5 tons of fuel per second. That's 2.5 tons per second in each booster. Plus the core stage, the middle stage, burning another 300 kilos per second. The DDO says propulsion is normal on board, so we're doing fine. Very fine shots as Ariane 5 starts to head east toward the Atlantic, across the Atlantic. Ariane 5 now following the program in the onboard computer, which gives all the orders, including stage separations, which we will soon begin to see.
La trajectoire est nominale et le pilotage est calme.
Flight phases. We'll describe each in turn and in detail so you can follow Ariane as she heads east across the Atlantic. The first 3 stages are powered and the 4th is not. Right now, as you can see on the animation, the first flight phase, the single first stage engine, and the 2 boosters are burning. The boosters will each consume their 240 tons of fuel in just over 2 minutes, in about 5 seconds. And they're the first to be extinguished, and you'll hear that from the DDO, and you'll see that, and...
Séparation des 2 EAP, la trajectoire est nominale.
The white point of light in the middle is the lower stage continuing to burn, and the 2 orange lights on either side are the 2 boosters flaming out. That's what it looks like up there. There's another booster on the port side of the vehicle falling into the ocean. This first flight phase using 2 different types of propellant.
La propulsion de l'étage principal cryotechnique est nominale.
Coming up next will be the separation of the fairing. On the bottom of your screen on the right are altitude 100 kilometers. On the left, altitude 100 kilometers. On the right, 225 kilometers per second. As we await fairing separation, the DDO will call that out. And there you are, coming right on time.
Et séparation coiffe.
Separation is given by 2 pyrotechnic systems, blowing these 2 halves away in a very controlled explosion. No danger to the vehicle threatened, of course. There's another half on the starboard side of the vehicle falling away. We can separate the fairing now because we're out of the dense layers of the atmosphere. Over 100 kilometers up, there's neither friction nor heating, which could disturb the passengers. We can also get rid of any dead weight. The fairing weighs 2.5 tons, so it's a good time to get rid of it. Ariane 5 is the heavy lift launcher. The 2 other members of the family, Soyuz, lifting middle-sized payloads, 2 and 3 tons, and Vega, the light lift vehicle for missions of 1 ton, roughly. With its family of launch vehicles, Ariane Space is the industry reference providing launches of any mass to any orbit at any time. Ariane Space is part of Europe's space effort, which is a 3-way affair among Ariane Space, the European Space Agency, and the CNES, the French Space Agency. You find them all here, along with the customers. Ariane Space is in charge of operating the family of launchers and of marketing the launch services and the Ariane program. ESA funding new programs, and CNES overseeing coordination of all space-based operations. And at the base, since October, we've been launching twice a month, every other Tuesday. In fact, in that rhythm, to take us until the end of the year. A launch base, of course, is a place where the launcher and the payloads are prepared, launched, and monitored before and all during the mission. And the CSG, the world's only dedicated commercial space base. Arianespace, operating the launcher family. The 4 place names Galileo, Natal, Ascension, and Libreville on your screen. Those are the first names of our downrange tracking stations, and you'll be hearing from them very shortly. Up next, our first of many films coming up on the community of Ariane cities, highlighting towns that are part of the Ariane program.